Hey everybody, Zero here, and as you saw from the intro, we're not in Tyrvale today. For this video, oh god, it's dark. I'm going to be showing off something that myself and Hadram will be working on. Oh, like he's helped a little bit with it, and it's on a different server. This is on the YTGamers build-off server. As it suggests, it's a YTGamers build-off. Strangely, Halloween based. I think this, yeah, obviously it's a Halloween based theme. Put the brightness up to about 40. Yeah, Halloween theme, as you saw from the intro, nice and spooky. I'm just going to be showing off our plot a little bit, just so that you don't miss out on all the little details which didn't get properly showcased in said video. So, as you can see, we've been using Conquest as usual. We use that with everything. So our idea originally was just going to be the tower thing, like a haunted tower, or like something to do with the tower. The tower itself isn't actually accessible in the final idea. But instead we went for this sort of thing. It's like a little valley, I don't know, crevice sort of, I guess. It's originally a secret exit slash entrance into the tunnel, or the tower, or was before it happened. Basically the tunnel caved in. It's nothing too spooky. This is more based on atmospheric spooks. Like there's no, well, I suppose there's some obvious spooky thing like jack-o'-lanterns and skulls. Actually, that's pretty much as spooky as you can get in Minecraft, really, unless you have like command blocks and all that crazy shite. So yeah, as you can see, we've got a nice little passage cave thing going along behind the waterfall. Dripping water always adds a nice effect. Obviously that's under like the river bit up here, so there's going to be water dripping through, but it does give a nice effect, really like that. So we've used different types of wood for the platforming, just so it looks like it's sort of makeshift, like maybe some of it's decayed or broken away and they've had to replace it. So this loops down into yet another cave. For the caves, we didn't really want to light them up much, but obviously we had to so you can see where you're going. I decided I'd put in jack-o'-lanterns just to add more of a Halloween feel. And there are there's redstone torches which look like candles dotted about. So here we've got a nice little thing which Hadram done. I don't know how he done it, but it's like a puddle, I guess. I think he'd get flowing water and we'll let it and paste it in. It's very cool looking. I've never seen that before that I know of anyway. So we've got lots of bits where the path breaks off, like it's broken and fallen down. Oh, that's another nice feature actually. The fog down at the bottom. This is light grey stained glass in the Ice Mountains biome. So it gives off this sort of like glazed effect, I guess. It looks like fog basically is what we're using it for. So we have a few layers of that just to add more atmosphere, I guess. And like that looks so cool, just looking down there and seeing the fog. It just, oh shite, that just looks really cool in my opinion. Anyway, there's a fly flying about there and it's really annoying me. I'm going to try and ignore that. If you keep following the path, you can see the, fuck's sake, I can't hold shift. You can see there's a big overgrown tree sticking out the side now. Fucking hell. That adds even more atmosphere, more colour as well. I mean, the colour of the leaves, we didn't particularly want that, but as I said, we needed the Ice Mountain biome for the glass, so that made the trees a bit orange, which was a bit annoying. And the grass over there is too green, but that's because the pathway is a desert, so obviously Minecraft's biome thing does that stuff. I can't words. But yeah, as you can see, keep following here. There's another bit of the path that is broken off. You can't actually get through there because there isn't anything through there. Spoiler. Ooh. So there's the redstone torches just to give the slightest amount of light. This might be a bit dark for you lot since I'm recording it in a 720p screen region. I didn't even notice that skull there. I forgot about that one. So as you can see here, we're starting to see some stone brick. Now this is the supports, I guess, for the tower and the dungeon that's hidden underneath the tower. So there's, as I said, small details, very small things, but if you notice them, definitely add to the feeling. Like through here, just a small crack in the wall, Nothing, like, straight away nothing obvious, but you just see, like, through the corner of it, a skull just peeking through at you. Just add that little bit of spookiness. Now in here I'm going to just jack the brightness up fully, just so you can actually see. This is the dungeon, or part of it that it caved in, as I said. Just because we didn't, like, obviously it's a small plot, we were limited to the space we had. But as you can see, there's some chains and ropes hanging from the roof. Obviously to suggest, like, people have been hanged there. Flies, just because, well, if people, it's a, like, torture dungeon. It's going to be smelly. So we've got a nice rack on the wall. This is just a painting. But I think that looks really nice. I'm going to clear my inventory. I think that worked really well for a dungeon. Maybe it's like they'd hang people up on the rack and torture them and stuff, and there's knives, and over here there are some shackles on the wall. So more spookiness. Now up here, that you can see that small amount of light. Now that adds a whole lot of atmosphere, I reckon. Just like, oh, what's through there? It makes you want to know what's through there, even though there isn't anything. Spoilers, again. There's some skulls through there, just again to add a bit more spookiness. Like, oh, I wonder what's in there. Da 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 da. Oh, skull. Oh, oh, oh. Anyway, look. Oh, fucking, I'm stuck in the spider web. We've got some lava dripping from the roof, just to add. I suppose it looks a bit like blood. I don't know why the blood would be dripping from the roof, but I just thought it'd look nice, and it sort of adds to the feel. I don't know, I think it makes it spooky. But that's pretty much this build. It's quite small, obviously, because we're only given a small amount of space. But in my opinion, we've done a very good job with the space. And we were going to be working on a second plot for Hadrimal. I was going to help him out a little bit, but we didn't have time for that, obviously. Yeah, so this is the entry for said build contest. I hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, subscribe, and see who wins. May the best builder win, basically.